Somewhat unnoticed, Wargaming added another super fun light tank into the game. The LTC II is an American Tier 9 reward tank that is available in the Onslaught Shop for 16,000 bones and can be bought after reaching gold rank in Onslaught.
That was a full HP tank destroyer, tier 10!
This light tank is special. It's huge, it has the worst camo value of all tier 9 light tanks, but it comes with a crazy 10-shot magazine that can deal 2,000 damage. Personally, I am a huge light tank enjoyer. I love to be flexible and creative, and this tank fits that perfectly.
Yeah, just a light tank pushes E100, E100 is dead.
If you remember the old M41 Bulldog with the 10-shot autoloader, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you are in for a treat. This tank is hard to play, but can be incredibly rewarding. And today, I will take you on a journey where we will find out together what this tank is capable of.
Oh my god! Holy shit, 5 kills! Guys, 5 kills! Look at this graveyard!
In our first game, we landed on Northcar. Here, light tanks like to play around the green hills in the center to get some early spots. And while we are also headed in that direction, we have a different goal. Our light tank is not meant for scouting. To be competitive, we need to use our deadly clip. And so I'm always on the lookout for positions that allow me connect side shots on unsuspected enemies.
400 damage? I kinda wanna run away from here, guys.
In this game, there are only 2 heavy tanks per team, and so far only our VZ55 made it into the factory, while our mouse is still trailing behind. It seems like we won't be able to hold here for long, especially as the enemies are already pushing in quite aggressively. We need to make sure to leave in time.
Let's try to leave.
After our first clip, we are already at 1400 damage. Now that we are on a 36 seconds reload, it's the perfect time to move to a better position.
They're gonna be pushing into tank destroyers. I hope we can do something with it.
With the enemies rapidly approaching, my only hope is to lure them into the field of view of our remaining tank destroyers around the base. If they hit some shots, we might be able to hold the onslaught off. Otherwise, this flank will quickly fall. In the meantime, I try to snipe the cupola of the Jagdpanzer E90, which results in a much less successful clip than our first one.
Not the best snipe, not the best tank to snipe cupolas, it seems.
Looking at the minimap, I realize that the enemy E-Bear is harassing our tank destroyers. This means we cannot hope for their support.
I'm gonna go and reload. Keep going backwards. Keep running away. Wanna maybe set up an ambush for this EBR? If we can kill him, would be great.
I would love to offer some relief against the EBR, but as long as we are on reload, we are forced to watch him do his shenanigans. And as we are ready to fight, he already escaped to the north.
How is this EBR capable of doing this? Alright, try to kill light tanks, maybe we will outplay the slow heavies later.
With the enemy heavies pushing up to our base, I decide to keep moving forward, where we quickly find ourselves facing the enemy lights and mediums. But luckily, this is exactly what our tank was made for.
Okay, now we are on a very long reload. Let's try to get on the distance a little bit, not to get caught. 3.5k damage, by the way. Did you see how we doubled our damage in these 20 seconds or so? Now we reload.
This game is a complete disaster for our team. We have been losing on all fronts. But if we manage to reload just one more time, we might be able to take a few more enemies with us.
Not too shabby, boys! I don't think we will survive for much longer.
The RS-90 is now approaching from behind. He is at 773 HP, but we only have 3 shots left, means that we cannot kill him without another lengthy reload.
Wait, can I possibly bait him into thinking I have more shells? For 30 seconds, we have to play aggro. He does not know what my tank is. That's a tier 10 medium, guys. 12 seconds left? No way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, you are done, buddy. Oh, you are done. Panzer 7. We have to go. No, we had to go. We had to go in. I baited him for 30 seconds. Nah. 5.4k damage, guys.
This was a difficult first game, but thanks to the incredible firepower of the LTC, we ended up with a high caliber playing against tier 10s. But this was only the beginning. In the next round, the matchmaker sent us on mines, where I want to show you one incredible starting position. Just like before on Northcar, our first goal is to find side shots, and from here we have an amazing line of fire on the enemies fighting for the center.
Now we wait for them to push to the rock. Yes. Yes! No way, no way, no way! Oh, hello, remember me? Oh, hello. One for you. And one for you. 2k damage! 2k damage, guys! Just like this, just a position where you can shoot enemies in the side. Oh, the best 16,000 bones spent.
With the 10 out of 10 shots spent, we obviously want to do it again. But whenever you are using this position, there is one thing you need to watch out for.
Alright, let's go again. Look at this damage! Look at this damage, guys! I mean, my tank does a lot of damage, but what the hell is this shit? That's not wargaming. Can you please fix it so only my tank can do so much damage?
Well, there is always a bigger fish, and since that one is now keeping an eye on us, we need to find a new spot for ourselves. Luckily, it doesn't take long for an opportunity to arise. The Centurion pushing through the water is now a perfect target for us. The RS-90 decided to push towards us, meaning we have to leave immediately. Not only we on reload, but we already got a taste of his burst, and I'm not keen on trying it again. But from his position in the corner, he's now threatening our tanks in the middle. So once we are done with the Centurion, we need to find a way to deal with him. Luckily, I'm not the only one to realize this danger. Our RS-90 pushes through the water towards the enemy RS, which forces the enemy RS back to the rock at H1, where he has cover. This is exactly the opening we needed. Together with our teammate, we now can create a deadly crossfire. Unfortunately, our teammate died, but without his move, we would not have been able to fight the enemy Iris. Now that the Iris is down to 1 or 2 shots, I want to push him. And realizing that he didn't spot me here, I decide to move around him. Because the scars from earlier serve as a good reminder not to face him head on.
I bet you didn't see that coming, bro. Okay. Almost 5k damage.
Now the western flank is won, and it's time for us to close in on the remaining enemies with the clip full of presents. With a good starting position, some tactical play, and help by our teammate, we secured another great round on a very hard map for a light tank.
$6k damage, 6 kills against tier 10s, guys. I cannot believe it. On such a hard map.
With an ace tanker and another high caliber in our bag, we confidently jump into our next game on Live Oaks, where we want to apply the same formula as before and find side shots. Light tanks usually like to play around the vegetation by the lake in the center, but with our poor camo values, we don't want to mess with the godly ELC even 90. That's why I decided to go on the eastern flank, where the mediums brawl. Immediately pushing through the water, it's important we swing right, as this creates a wicked trap for the enemies trying to do the same. But since we haven't been spotted yet, we might be able to catch some of them off guard. P-44 Pantera fell right into our trap, and our main focus now is to deal with him as quick as possible, before the reinforcements.
Okay. We clipped the P-44 Panther, we still have 6 shots remaining, guys.
Shortly after the Pantera, the Super Pershing is kind enough to make the same mistake.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yet again, we've gotten off to a perfect start with 2000 damage out of our first clip. But as more and more enemies appear, we need to stay vigilant. If the enemies decide to push us all together, we might get in trouble. That's why I monitor the enemies closely, to figure out if we can stay or need to go. And then, I spot an opportunity to strike.
He's on reload! Let's go, let's go, let's go! He's on reload!
With the support of our budget, we should be able to take TBT and Ares out of the game. And since the heavy is on reload, we must kill Ares first and do it fast enough before TBT is ready to shoot again.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
Holy shit! Now we get in cover, in the bush, in case the enemies are gonna peek there. Now we're gonna get in the bush. And yet again, we have held down on them. 16 seconds, we're gonna fry him, guys. Fry him like a chicken. It seems like it won't be necessary.
With the TBT, Ares and soon the TA-32 down, we are getting the upper hand on this flank. And if it wasn't for this WZ, we could have even retained a good amount of our HP. But taxes have to be paid.
We could use this against them. They made this nice bush. And we're gonna use this nice bush, why not?
As long as the enemies keep peeking like that, we can use the bush in front of us to shoot them for free. But you can clearly see that this is not ideal for our light tank. Facing a heavy tank frontally like that, our relatively low pen requires us to hit tiny weak spots. That's why I don't want to tickle him frontally, and would rather look out for more flanking opportunities.
That was crazy, no? Are you up for something risky, guys? Are you up to push that Borsig?
So far, the Borsig has not been spotted, but based on the kill he got earlier, I expected him to sit in the bushes that our Type 57 has just cleared. Since he is no longer there, he must be on the 0 line now. With this in mind, we can now move freely, dig him out and flank the remaining enemies.
Have enough ammo on everyone! Uh-oh. Cannot finish me unless he sets me on fire.
With our successful flank, we managed to pen all of our 10 shots, resulting in quite a juicy number.
6.3k! With a light tank! Holy shit, man.
With over 6,000 damage in the bank, we go on our final reload. Let's find the pesky iyouxin and show him who is the better light tank.
He shot me from somewhere here.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. They're knocked down.
7k damage! Somebody asked in the chat, is this tank any good? No. Absolute garbage, guys. Absolute shit. No. Not good at all.
We ended with another ace tanker and another high caliber. I had an absolute blast playing LTC, and if you want to see my favorite bazooka light tank, make sure to check out this T49 video.